Hey guys, you want to get your dog to do what my dog can do? Let me show you quickly.
Watch this
Watch the
video
video
until
that's
the
coming
end. It
after.
will help you with your dog.
Close. Heel. Right turn. Sit. Stay. Heel, close. Sit. Stay. Down. Stay. Heel, close. Down. Stay. Down. Heel, close. Close. Left turn. Right turn. Down. Lie down. Pull. Good boy. Follow my next video that I'm going to post after this to help you get the dog like that. Hey guys, so I'm just here today just to show you the basics of obedience and what you need to do with your dog. So I want to show you quickly what the basic equipment that I have. I've got a lot of more equipment, but this is just the basics of what you need for a working dog. So first of all, I've got a collar. These are very, very important. These are like switches for the dog. So as soon as you put it on, the dog knows it's working and it knows what job it's doing. So you've got to associate the collar with the job that the dog's doing. So for example, this is his working collar. He does detection work in it and patrols. So when I put this on, and obedience as well, he knows. So this is very important. So I'll slip that on the dog when I start working with him. Next is, watch out my boy. Next is, if you come close and have a look here, this is called, this is called a prong collar, right? A lot of people don't disagree with it, but it's very good and it comes very handy for naughty dogs. You don't need to hurt the dog with it. There's ways to use it that won't hurt the dog. So this is for very, very naughty dogs that want to pull you on walks and they don't listen, and this is very, very good. Then we've got a leash, which when you're starting your training with your dog, you're going to need to use the leash and a collar. Very important. Now here I've got a harness, different harnesses here, as you can see. This is especially used for tracking. So dogs use this for tracking, so as soon as I put this on him, he knows it's tracking time. With a long rope, obviously. You get different sizes, 10 meters, 20 meters, whichever you prefer. So now I want to go through how you can get your dog as well trained as mine. So it takes a lot of time and effort, but if you can do this every day, half an hour with your dog, I'm telling you now, in the next few months your dog will be perfect at it, depending on how your dog's drive is. So yeah, I'm going to show you quickly. My dog actually doesn't need a leash, but I'm just doing it so I can show you guys how it's done. So you tell the dog to come boy. Make sure he sits. Put the collar on him. Now, it is very important. The dog is always on your left hand side. You've got your leash here in your right hand, and this is how your dog walks with you. Okay. Now, it's very important to practice with your dog every day. When you feed your dog, make sure your dog sits, waits until you give the food, and on your command you feed it. When you walk through doors, make sure your dog sits, waits for you to walk through the door, and then comes in behind you. These little things are very, very important. When you're getting into a vehicle, make sure when you tell the dog to get in the vehicle, you must get it, not on his own. So these little things are very important, so you must practice that. So let me show you quickly. I've got 2 cones, as you can see. It's very important to use markers. You don't have to use cones, you can use anything else that you have. So I'm going to use these as markers. For example, first cone, I'm going to practice sitting with him. Second cone, I'm going to practice lying down. Then I'll come back to the next cone and I'll practice waiting, staying. So sit, lie down, and stay. Those are important. So if you come with me, let me show you. So first cone, my dog is very obedient already, so he knows all the commands that I say, but I'm just going to show you so I can help you with your dog. So first cone, we're going to get the dog to sit. So you can say need to sit. As you can see, if he sits. If the dog does not sit, for example, come here to stand up. If the dog does not sit, when you tell the dog to sit, take your hand and just push his bum at the same time as telling him to sit. To sit. Good boy. Remember to always praise your dog. Very, very important to praise your dog. Tell him he's good. Now that he's sat at the first cone, I'm going to reward him. So whatever your dog likes, food, ball, whichever he likes, you need to use that to your advantage. So now I would have rewarded him with a ball. Alright? Next cone. Now we'll take the dog. We'll tell the dog meet us close. Very obedient, very close to me. Okay. Now, to get the dog to lie down, stay. Obviously he's going to listen to me on my first command. But to get a dog to lie down, you have your piece of food in your hand, or your ball, or whatever reward. You tell the dog down. If the dog doesn't go down, you gently take the leash and you pull him down. Down. Good boy. And then you give him the reward. You give him his food, or the ball, or whatever. Good boy. At the moment I'm giving him praise. See, so that's how you get the dog down. Please don't do what the other people do and they take the leash like this and they stand on it and force the dog down. That will hurt the dog. So just simply take your piece of food or ball, hold the leash here and say down. Good, good dog. Praise your dog. Now to get your dog to stay, you've got to use a ball or a treat as well. So, what you do is you stand in front of your dog and you tell your dog to stay. Then you walk back. Keep your food in your hand or ball, keep it in your hand. If the dog doesn't listen, keep in front of the dog. If the dog doesn't listen, if the dog comes to you, then what you do is you go back to where the spot was, come back, tell the dog sit, tell the dog down, and you tell the dog stay. If he doesn't do it again, you keep doing that. And when he does do it correctly, make sure you reward the dog straight away. Give the dog a reward. Okay, well I hope this helps you. Practice this every day for half an hour, and I can tell you now that's and adding all those other things in, like the dog's food and walking indoors, all those extra things is very, very important. I tell you now, if you practice that for a month or two, you'll see a big difference in your dog.